Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I last talked to you guys, and I just wanted to make a quick video on the future of this channel, what's coming for this decade, if you will. As you guys know, I haven't made a video since last decade. Got to make that dad joke in there, and just what the roadmap for 2020. Where I see this video or where I see this channel headed, and also kind of just an update on the Dow and the situation with things such as Iran and stuff like that. So before I get into that, I hope you guys all had either a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah or whatever you guys celebrate. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that and got to spend some time with family. Got some time off work, and now we get right back into the business world. And I want to say thank you for the continued support. As you guys see, we're up to 43 subscribers. Obviously, our goal by the end of 2018 was to reach 100 subscribers, and we made a big dent. Even when I wasn't uploading videos, there was like about a 3-week gap. As you guys know, I was visiting with family and enjoying some time off. I earned probably 16 subscribers, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. So I thank you guys so much for that. Let's continue the growth, and hopefully we reach that 100 subscriber mark very soon. And just thank you guys. I couldn't thank you guys enough, and I really appreciate everything you guys do. So before we get into it, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment if you want to. Let me know what you guys did over Christmas break or over or whatever you guys do celebrate. Let me know. The stock market's been very good to me this year. I'm up about 10%. I may do an update video on my personal account here in a couple days if you guys would like to see that. And also in the comment section, leave a couple suggestions for any future videos. I have had a couple people do options, suggest I should do a video on options. And while I'm not super big on that, I could potentially do a video explaining options and any risk or potential rewards on that. If you guys would like to see that, go ahead and leave a comment below, and any other ideas you guys have. So I just appreciate that, and you guys haven't already, go ahead and subscribe button. So while that's all out of the way, hopefully the roadmap for 2020 is very successful, and we can continue to grow and learn together and become future millionaires, because that's the goal with all of this. So let's just check up on the Dow today. So the Dow was up about 68.5 points before the market closed. As you guys see, it was down as low as 28,708. No, that's the high, 28,418. So about a 300 point change. And I believe it said that's the highest, that's the biggest change it's been in a couple months, which, with all the news going on, whether it be impeachment, as you guys know, that's still going on. And it's crazy that that's still going on. Whether he did something or who you support, it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of been drawn on at this point, and I think we can all agree on that. Let's just get back to business, get back to them serving the country the way that they should, or whether it's Iran and the situation that's going on there. If you guys don't know, we took out one of the Iranian leaders, and obviously there's been some backlash from that. Again, whether you support it or not, hopefully that doesn't mean anything bad, but I think the stock market might be due for a correction. I'm not saying anything. That's just my personal opinion, and the opinion of a couple other people. And what I wanted to touch on highly was this thing. It's from Jim Cramer. I believe that's his name. Cramer, whatever. We'll just call him Cramer. He's from Jim Cramer, CNBC. He does Fast Money, I believe is what his show's called. And he says endless buying for gold could signal a shift to real fear in the stock market. And people have been calling for a correction for a long time, obviously, because I think 2019 we were up like 18%, maybe even 20% as a whole market. Since Trump joined office, we're up quite a bit as well, maybe right around that 20% as well. So it's been very good, very good. Obviously, there hasn't been a recession since Trump joined office. Obviously, there wasn't a recession toward the end of Obama's presidency. So a lot of good news, but there is that skepticism of potential correction due for the stock market. And we do see the price of gold. Let's see, price of gold. The price of gold has risen quite a bit. I believe it's right around $1,500, and I think it was floating around $1,300 in the last little bit. Yeah, if you guys see here, per ounce, gold is worth $1,568. That's a $13 change today alone. People are starting to buy gold. It's nearly at a 7-year high. Gold soared to the highest price since 2013 as Trump and Iran escalate threats. So there's a lot of skepticism. In my personal opinion, I don't think now's the time to buy. I really don't. I think the market's in a very unstable position. And it's been that way for a long time. Whether that means that the market's going to potentially go up, let's go back to where the Dow was. I stopped paying attention over Christmas. Just wanted to enjoy my time off. It did rise a little bit, and it's just been up and down over. It's gone up obviously, but there is a lot of volatility, and more than what usually is in the market. So it's very interesting, and I think now more than ever, there's going to be a lot of skepticism because tomorrow there may be a war. There are a lot of different memes, and while those may be funny, I mean it could be true. Whether I think what the move was right or wrong, I'm not going to say, but I do believe that there could be. Hopefully there's not, for obvious reasons, because we're trying to de-escalate some of these things, and find peace in the world, whether it be with North Korea or the Middle East, whoever it may be. And obviously that's the end goal. And it just affects all things negatively. It affects some people, for those who are in the military. It affects us as business people, businessmen and women in the market, or it just affects normal people like you and me, who are just investing and going about buying goods, whether it be gas or food or whatever it may be. One thing I would say is I do believe gas is going to potentially go up in price, while the United States has quite a bit of reserves, and I believe we have the most crude oil of any country in the world. I could be wrong with that. While we do have that much, a lot of gas does come from the Middle East, places such as like Saudi Arabia and other countries like that. Now, obviously, we aren't directly dealing with Saudi Arabia, but I do think there will be an increase in gas prices here in a little bit if it hasn't already started. Where I'm from, it rose a little bit, but nothing that I was super scared of, but I do think that could be coming. And obviously, like I said, with the price of gold rising, people are starting to put their money into gold rather than stocks, because all this bad news and all these bad headlines and all this bad whatever it may be, people in general, the stock market will react. It doesn't take much for the stock market to react anymore, and that's kind of the way it's always been. But like I said, now more than ever. So I would just be careful, make smart investments, potentially look at dividend stocks. Gold potentially. I don't know a whole lot about gold. Obviously, it's a safe place to put your money. But me currently, I've sat on the sidelines for a little bit now, and I could plan on continuing to do that. Because in my personal opinion, there's going to be some sort of correction here soon. I don't necessarily think there's going to be a recession, and I know everyone freaked out. They're like, oh, recession 2020, whatever it may be. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but I do believe there's going to be a little bit of a correction. I've seen like 8%, 10% correction, and then that's the point to buy. For obvious reasons, because you should see some very good deals, and if that does happen, I will make a video on that. So like I said, guys, at the beginning of the video, thank you for all your support. And hopefully that continued support through 2020 and beyond, as we continue to grow our knowledge. Go ahead, if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on where you think the market's headed, whether you guys think it's going to be in a good place or a bad place, and leave a comment on potential video ideas for this channel. Like I said before, December, I do believe I want to start making like more fun videos on Friday about different things, not necessarily stock market related. I know a lot of you guys did say option trading, and while that may be fun for some people, I kind of want to branch out into like maybe music or whatever it may be, while keeping the main focus on business, Monday through Thursday, and maybe potentially have a Saturday video or Sunday video thrown in there as well. But maybe have Friday to be like more of a fun video, as one of my passions is country music as well. So if you guys would like to see that, go ahead and hit the like button and leave a comment. And until next time, guys, happy investing.